Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. In this video, we will be comparing Big Ramy from the 2014 Mr. Olympia to the 2022 Mr. Olympia. Now, I know a lot of you guys wanted to see the New York Pro comparison, but the pictures from the 2013 and 2014 New York Pro are honestly taken at a terrible angle, really wouldn't make for a good comparison. So I decided to go with the 2014 Mr. Olympia. Has Big Ramy improved or regressed over the years? Let's start this comparison. So starting off with the front double bicep pose, and I've seen this front double from 2014 Big Ramy numerous times, and honestly, I always thought it was Photoshop. But this is straight from NPC News. This is really Big Ramy. And just taking a quick glance, Ramy looks to be better everywhere in 2014. Take a look at the quads, guys. No dents, crazy separation. Look at the size. Big Ramy is like a completely different bodybuilder. And we also have to mention the massive size of Ramy's arms in 2014 and also how small the waist was. But remember, guys, this is a difference of 8 years in Big Ramy's physique. A lot is going to change. Now let's take a look at the front leg spread pose. The first thing that jumps out to me is the chest thickness in 2014. Now granted, Ramy isn't executing this pose as good in 2022 in my personal opinion. But look at the quads of Ramy in 2014. These are great quality legs. These are some of the best wheels of all time. And even in 2014, Ramy didn't have the best calves, but I guess you could say they were slightly better than right now. But as far as calves go, I feel like these bodybuilders' quads grow so big, the calves can only grow so much in proportion, in my personal opinion. And I also noticed Ramy's waist has really grown over the years. And let's take a look at the side chest pose. And of course, I made Ramy significantly shorter in 2014 because he was squatting down. And this is somewhat of a hard comparison because Big Ramy is hitting two different executions. In 2022, I believe he's leaning back a little bit too far, taking away from the upper body. In 2014, Ramy is hitting this pose almost perfectly, but could be standing up slightly taller. In the side chest, I would say the upper body definitely goes to 2014. The lower body looks bigger, maybe slightly more detailed in 2022. But if you look closely, Ramy has a shiny spot that some may call a knot. So you can say the quads are bigger, but are they necessarily better? Now let's take a look at the back double bicep. And I will apologize to you guys right now. These images were very hard to size of Big Ramy because one, his physique looks almost entirely different now. And Ramy has different executions. As you can see in this back double bicep in 2014, he's bending at the knees significantly more. So I sized these to the best of my ability. And I have to say that Big Ramy did bring incredible condition to the 2022 Mr. Olympia, but I believe him being in better condition may have also highlighted more of his weaknesses. Now, Big Ramy hasn't had a lower back for some time now, just in all honesty, but I do believe it's getting worse. And a lot of these guys are very lucky that Ramy didn't figure out his conditioning until later in his career, because Ramy from 2013, 2014, with 2022 condition, I mean, would Phil Heath be in trouble, guys? You guys let me know. Now, let's take a look at the rear leg spread pose. The first thing that jumped out to me in this shot, if you guys look at Ramy in 2014, especially in the mid-back, from top to bottom, we can see detail. But if we look at 2022, it looks like that detail stops halfway through the back. And I can't help but notice the knots on Ramy's glutes in 2022. Some people have speculated that Big Ramy just took some shots before going on stage, which wasn't a good idea. If you look at 2014, you can see a small knot on his upper quad. You guys can speculate about that. I'm not going to do that. But overall, I think Big Ramy also posed better in 2014. And take a look at the triceps from behind. Now let's take a look at the side tricep pose. Big Ramy's midsection was very washed out at the 2022 Mr. Olympia, and I'm not sure why. Take a look at the arm of Big Ramy in 2014. Big Ramy had some guns. I'm not sure what happened. And he also wasn't very comfortable hitting this pose. And maybe Ramy was struggling to hit the side shots because he's not used to standing up a little bit taller. If you guys notice, especially in 2014, 2020, Ramy hits his side shots sitting down, but this was the first year that Ramy tried something different. And once again, these photos are going to look different in a lot of muscle groups because Ramy is executing poses better in 2014. But take a look at the chest thickness. And I almost forgot to draw you guys' attention to the striations in Big Ramy's delts in 2014. When was the last year we seen Big Ramy with this level of quality muscle on his physique? A lot of people will speculate very negatively, but you guys know we do not do that over here on GOAT Fitness. Big Ramy has just suffered wear and tear over the years. And let's take a look at the ab and thigh shot. And as I mentioned earlier, Ramy's waist was really washed out at the 2022 Olympia. And here you can really see the holes in the quads very glaring, especially compared to 2014. As I just mentioned, Ramy just had more quality muscle. He was more fresh in 2014. And I have been praising the older Ramy for his posing, but this ab and thigh could be executed a little bit better. But I wonder, why did Ramy continue to add size during his career? In 2014, he was already one of the biggest guys on stage. I just think he needed to refine a little bit more. And let's finish up this comparison here with the most muscular shot. And in 2014, Ramy looks incredible, almost photoshopped. And as I mentioned earlier, a lot of these guys are lucky that Big Ramy did not figure out his conditioning sooner. Take a look at the quad difference, guys. Just so much better quality in 2014. It just looks like Ramy has suffered wear and tear over the years. And if I had to speculate, Ramy is a huge guy. He's about 5'10", 300 plus pounds at the offseason, pushing a lot of heavy weights. Maybe something slipped. Maybe he had an injury, guys. Who knows? But overall, 2014 is definitely the better version. The only improvements I can see from 2014 to 2022 is better conditioning, especially from behind. From the front and the side, Ramy was pretty conditioned in 2014. Just had a lot of that quote-unquote young muscle. And Ramy also has maybe bigger legs, more hamstring from the side. But I'm not sure if they necessarily are better, but they are bigger. But as always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about Big Ramy's physique? And if you guys made it this far, thanks. This was a very hard comparison to size because Big Ramy's physique has changed so much over the years. He also executes some of these poses differently. And also the pictures from 2014 were taken at a different angle, zoomed in a little bit more. But if you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Krishan from Go Fitness, and that's it. I'm out.